This presentation is designed to provide an explanation of the North Carolina Conservation Partnership, how it continues to evolve over time, how the partnership is interconnected, and the roles and responsibilities of each partner. The schematic of the partnership was dismantled in Module 1 and was rebuilt in Modules 1 through 3 as a way to achieve a better understanding of its complexity and purpose. Module 3 covered the growth years for the Conservation Partnership and Soil and Water Conservation Program in North Carolina, as the partnership experienced the growth of district employees, the expanded mission of NRCS, and the very important elevation of soil and water to greater prominence at both the state and local level. The stage has now been set for that growth to continue into the future, and all members of the Conservation Partnership continue to work closely in building the strongest partnership possible for North Carolina and its natural resources. In order for a group of agencies and organizations to form a true partnership, each member must bring something to the table, so to speak, that will enhance the partnership and add strength and meaning to the conservation program in the state. Module number 4 will take a broad brush approach in describing the main roles and responsibilities that are offered by each main core partner. As covered in Module number 1, local soil and water conservation districts are at the hub of the partnership and are the delivery point for all conservation that is applied to the landscape. The Conservation Partnership believes in voluntary, incentive-based conservation, and the local districts make that happen, serving as the link between the local landowner and federal, state, and local employees that provide technical assistance to landowners. Local districts, through their elected and appointed supervisors, are responsible for setting local priorities for the conservation program, chairing local work groups, and providing the local eyes and ears regarding natural resource issues and concerns within the district. Districts are responsible for the delivery and accountability for state cost-share programs such as the Agricultural Cost-Share Program and the Community Conservation Assistance Program. They are also responsible for bringing outside funding into the districts to address resource concerns from federal, state, and local governments, as well as from private sources. The USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service is the conservation partner that focuses primarily on the technical aspects of conservation programs. This partnership provides development and maintenance of the technical guide and technical standards used by all conservation programs, job approval authority for agricultural practices, technical training, guidance, and supervision for all employees at the district level, engineering design approval for certain conservation practices, computer software such as that used for conservation planning and practice designs, cost-share funding through Farm Bill conservation programs, technical staff at the local district level, and overall support to association committees, Ag Task Force, technical review committees, and others. The Division of Soil and Water Conservation is the key conservation partner at the state government level. This partner provides staff to the Soil and Water Conservation Commission, administers conservation programs, and implements commission policies for programs such as Ag Cost Share and Community Conservation Assistance Programs, provides area coordinators who provide direct assistance to local districts, funds supervisor travel and processes vouchers, provides staff support for environmental education activities, facilitates state-level contests and events, coordinates the District Employee Workshop, DEW, and other statewide training, chairs Ag Task Force, ATF, and Technical Review Committee, TRC, provides engineering, soil survey technical services, watershed planning staff assistance, provides staff support for the association's annual meeting and area spring and fall meetings. The North Carolina Soil and Water Conservation Commission is a critical member of the Conservation Partnership, especially as related to district supervisors, state cost-share programs, and related issues. This partner is the policy and rulemaking board for state programs, establishes cost-share procedures, allocates funds, and considers programmatic changes for state cost-share programs, appoints supervisors after local board recommendations, establishes agricultural rules, certifications, and watershed project agreements, settles ACSP and CCAP contract disputes, considers SWCD boundary change requests from local districts, provides overall supervision of districts, and provides job approval authority for non-agricultural practices. The North Carolina Association of Soil and Water Conservation Districts is made up of 96 individual conservation districts and 492 supervisors, and represents districts' interests statewide, emphasizing consistency, recommends policies for legislation, works through 8 standing committees, actively supports and seeks funding for districts, provides representatives to committees, commissions, boards such as Soil and Water Conservation Commission, Technical Review Committee, North Carolina Ag Development and Farmland Preservation Trust Fund Advisory Committee, the North Carolina Sediment and Erosion Control Commission, NRCS State Conservationist Advisory Committee, North Carolina Foundation for Soil and Water Conservation Board of Directors, National Association of Conservation Districts. It's politically active at the state and national level, providing an advocacy for local districts and conservation funding. The National Association of Conservation Districts primarily has importance at the national level, as the name implies, and is a national voice for conservation, representing local conservation districts nationwide. It's also the primary lobby on Capitol Hill for national legislation, such as Farm Bill, especially the conservation title of that bill. The North Carolina Foundation for Soil and Water Conservation, although relatively new to the Conservation Partnership, has proven to be a critical part of the partnership. The foundation is a 501c3 organization. It enlists financial support for districts to build overall capacity, provide supervisor leadership development, accelerate educational outreach opportunities, and improve the natural environment. It's organized to include an independent, self-perpetuating board, but has direct connection to the association by virtue of association having 3 seats on the board. It's organized for the sole purpose of supporting local conservation districts and raising funds to build their capacity. The District Employees Association is a vital part of the Conservation Partnership and is extremely active across the state by coordinating their interests and efforts with all other members of the partnership. The DEA provides a personal and professional development vehicle for district employees, provides training and development workshops, works to improve the efficiency of statewide district offices, supports association's annual meeting, strengthens district programs by sharing information and assistance, helps SWCDs address challenges and opportunities, partners with the association on joint projects such as the Gator Raffle and training initiatives. The last, but certainly not least member of the North Carolina Conservation Partnership are local county governments. Districts work hand in hand with their local governments as county commissioners provide financial support to local districts, office space, vehicles, equipment, supplies, district staff salaries and benefits, matching funds to qualify for state match, and some county finance offices hold district funds and provide for audits. As has been previously discussed, the Conservation Partnership in North Carolina is complex and at times difficult to understand and explain. This presentation was designed as a tool to help the users gain a better understanding of how the North Carolina Conservation Partnership developed over time, how it continues to evolve, and how its members are interconnected. By dividing the presentation into specific modules, hopefully it has more utility and can be viewed in its entirety or can be viewed by a specific module if time is limited. It is important to remember that the local soil and water conservation districts is the hub of the Conservation Partnership. It was that way in 1937 and continues to be that way even today. Conservation districts have a strong legacy and a storied history across the United States, but especially in North Carolina. Districts have risen to the natural challenges of the past, and the challenges of the future are sure to be great. The importance of locally led, voluntary, incentive-based conservation will continue to be critical to the success of the conservation program in North Carolina. Districts are the cornerstone of that philosophy. How important are conservation districts? This can be answered by a quote from Dr. Hugh Hammond Bennett, the father of soil conservation and North Carolina's native son. "I consider the soil conservation districts movement one of the most important developments in the whole history of agriculture.